Hello, my name is Laura Lawrence, and here's my presentation on the science of reading. Dr. Seuss once said, "The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places that you go." As educators, we have to understand what it takes to create a successful reader within our classroom. We have to study and understand the scientific evidence of the science of reading. So what is the science of reading? It is phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, and vocabulary. All of these will lead to reading comprehension, which will make successful readers within our classroom. So let's talk about a few models that has been within the science of reading. One of the models is Ayres' phases of word recognition development. She developed, her interest lies in how children learn to read and spell. She also studied what caused some children difficulty in becoming good readers. Her phases are all flexible. Students can move in and out. There is no necessary progression throughout the stages. Her 4 stages are as follows. The next model that we'll talk about is the 4 parts mental processing. This involves the 4 parts of the brain that processes the relationship between word recognition. The 4-part processor concept is useful because it suggests that various ways in which reading problems might develop and why reading instruction should target several kinds of skills. The model also reminds us that the instruction should aim to educate all of the process systems and enable them to work together. The third model that we'll talk about is Scarborough's reading rope. This has 2 different strands. There is an upper strand and a lower strand. One of the strands is called the word recognition strand. It works together as readers become accurate, fluent, and increasingly automatic with repetition and practice. They consist of phonological awareness, decoding, and sight recognition. The other strand, language comprehension, weaves together the word recognition strands to produce skilled readers. The language comprehension strands consist of background knowledge, vocabulary, language structure, verbal reasoning, and literacy knowledge. The last and final model that I'll discuss is the simple view of reading. It recognizes both the decoding and language comprehension that is needed for students to master the skill level. Scientists claimed that the simple view of reading acknowledges the value of whole language approach by positioning reading as a logistic activity, but also gives phonics an essential role. Whole language requires the reader to focus on the understanding of the word, what it looks like, and what it represents. Then the word relationship to other words. With the second approach, the phonological awareness looks like individual letters and group letters, how they sound, and the relationship with the others that form the words. Again, this recognizes both decoding and language comprehension in order for them to master the skill of reading. So let's talk a little bit about phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is the ability to notice the sounds structures of spoken words. It includes phoneme blending and segmentation and are generally mastered by most students by the end of 1st grade. Advanced phonological awareness skills involve manipulating phonemes, which include deleting, substituting, and reversing phonemes within words. Phonics is also one of the keys. Phonics is a system of approaching reading that focuses on relationship between letters and sounds. Phonics is one of the primary building blocks of reading. Without an understanding of the relationship between letters and sounds, reading cannot occur. Phonics is defined by a system for approaching reading that focuses on a relationship between letters and sounds. the teaching has to move from letters to sound correspondence to grapheme, syllable, and morphemes. Fluency. Fluency is how children read. Children must read fluent in order to understand what they are reading. Fluency is determined by the size of a student's sight word vocabulary. It is how quick and accurately a student progresses from one word to the other. Vocabulary. Vocabulary is the knowledge of words and word meaning. It is a set of words within our language that the student is already familiar with. It develops with age, and it is a crucial tool in communicating. Also, connecting meaning to spelling patterns of words can be crucial to expand a student's vocabulary. Coding emphasis and meaning emphasis. A coding emphasis approach to early reading skills requires students to learn specific codes or sets of letters or words. This code is in a control setting where they are chosen specifically by the teacher or the lesson. This approach emphasizes a need for phonemic awareness. The meaning emphasis, on the other hand, encourages the use of whole word reading. Orthographic mapping is a process of forming letters and sound connections in order to combine and recall spelling, pronunciation, and the meaning of words. It involves the critical process by which children are able to learn to read words at a glance, spell a word from memory, and develop vocabulary words. So in conclusion, reading is so important, and I wanted to just touch base on what the state of Arkansas is doing. Right now, Arkansas Department of Education has started a new initiative called Rise Arkansas. It is their hope to encourage a culture of reading throughout the state. Some of their goals are to sharpen the focus and strength of instruction, create community collaboration, and build a culture of reading. I can tell you personally, from the district that I work in, we just recently got our rating from the state. And based on that rating, after we did a little bit of analysis on the numbers, we've determined that even in junior high, our reading level is not where it needs to be. So what I can say as a teacher is it's not just the job of our reading instructors, it's not just the job of our elementary teachers, it is the job of everyone at the school, even in junior high. If we are able to get the students to the correct reading level, it not only will help in reading class, but it will also help throughout their academic career, throughout all areas of academic. And here's my references. Thank you.